to another episode of Rusted Up Garage, where I don't know what to do with my hands because I'm sitting on the shop couch. So I'm just going to move them around a lot for fun. Now, let's be serious here, people. I want to thank you all who've been subscribing and following us along on this new build, you know, the old Rustmobile. It's going to be a really fun and cool car when we're finished. But I've been getting a lot of answers. Answers? No. Again, it's my hands. I've been getting a lot of questions about what is that motor that you guys are putting in that car, because we've just never seen that. You guys actually have seen this engine. Okay, this is actually Zach's 496 that he's building for his Camaro, which is still probably 2 years out. So he didn't want it just sitting on the floor, so we opted to let me borrow it for my car, which technically he's going to drive. So it all works, okay? But anyways, we had this footage back in the way back storage machine, back of the cabinet. So we dug it out. This is the finish of this engine, okay? There's actually a few more parts to it, I think, earlier, like a year or two ago, or I don't know. They're back a ways. But we built this engine at the machine shop. We run it. We run on the dyno. If you watch the whole video, this dyno pulls at the end of the video to talk about, you know, how much horsepower she made and all that. But that's where this engine come from. It's Zach's. I hope you guys enjoy this film. It has been hotter than Satan's armpit here, and we just haven't been able to work on the shop. It's just been miserable down here in the south for the last like 2 weeks. So enjoy this footage of us finishing up Zach's motor and pulling it on the dyno. Oh, and hey, I forgot this earlier because, again, I'm not knowing what to do with myself on the shop couch. Be sure to like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. And we're going to bring you more of this big block assembly video. It has been painted now. I painted it myself. And I painted everything. They were complaining. I guess I got paint in places I weren't supposed to. But hey, if you give me a spray bomb, I'm going to paint it. So, engine's painted. What Steve's currently doing is he's using these digitals, and he's putting them around the crank and the bearings. Remember I said we had to put bearings in, otherwise we had to use really, really thick oil. So since we don't want to use thick oil on this motor, we're going to put the bearings in, and he's using the digitals, and he's measuring the bearings, and he's measuring everything. But I'll show you what we're measuring. We're measuring stuff. I mean, there's a lot of measurements here and numbers, and they're supposed to be right. Okay, we're back. So Steve went through all the bearings, and we did have to change bearings because ones we had, there was too much slop, right? Too much slop. We'd had to use thick oil.
It's really thick oil.
So we didn't want the thick oil. We wanted the thin oil, so we changed bearings. It's amazing just how little that changes things. But we ended up with these. These are the final drive numbers that we ended up with. It should work pretty well. And now what Steve's doing over here. Steve is checking the thrust, because the goal is when you push the clutch pedal in, it basically can walk the crank like that, and then when you let off, it can just like that, and that gets bad.
He said no matter how much
nitrous, back again.
It goes the same.
So
it increases nitrous.
So what we're doing now is we're gonna put this on R2, like R2D2. You know R2D2. So what's going on is it's not quite right. I mean, who would have thought you actually use the other slots on this thing? So R2 is the magic happy number. See, that's why you check this thing. And speaking of checking things, have you ever in your life seen a triangle hose clamp?
It's here if you want to buy it. Yeah. So
I'm just saying, this right here is a specialty device, and this is for triangle hoses. Okay. I can't remember what manufacturer had triangle hoses on their engines.
It's a Wankel hose.
It's a Wankel hose from Mazda. So Mazdas use triangle hoses, and that's what this is from. So if you have yourself a Mazda, you're gonna need to get yourself some of these triangle hose clamps to make it work. You know, they sell them in the muffler bearing section. Okay, but now back to the engine.
Long way.
Yeah. Well, first off, you've rotated it through and it hadn't hit. And we're going to be adding a head gasket and lash. We're going to be adding 60. So even if it touched piston right now, it would have 60 more. When
Well, I felt
assembly.
something, but I just went on by it.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So 10 after?
Say 10 after. Yeah. Just bump it a little. There you go. That's good.
Yeah, you just push that piston right through the valve.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now. All right. Now, let's just see how far it'll move. Oh, no, we're off. We're pistoning it 10 after.
Oh, we need to go around one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You were on the wrong side.
Go the other 10.
Mm-hmm.
Different 10.
Yeah, different 10. Okay, it's got about 85,000.
I'm trying to say against it. Or plus they get.
So it'd be 80 plus the head gasket plus the lash.
So 120, 160 roughly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is good. You good to go?
Today's going to be a rare occasion for you guys, okay? Today, we're going to see the infamous Zach in the wild. Mm-hmm. Yep. I ain't going to be on camera. Zach's going to be on camera because this is his head. That one right there. Now, he's already assembled one. Make sure he can do it on the camera because we didn't want him to be all like, you know how Zach is. But anyways, so what I'm doing now is I'm running the camera and he's going to assemble the head. Although I'll probably have to talk.
Are you going to edit this one too for me?
So, anyways, we're going to get the Zach doing some work. So, I introduce you, the Zach. It's your turn, Zach.
What do I need to talk about? They're going to talk about these fine heads that they can't read because it's upside down.
Maybe. They'll be right side up. How do you put the valves together? They don't want to be here all day. We're back. Next part we get to do is install the springs. Now, Zach's cheating because we're using the air one. Although we should make him do the hard part and with the old manual style. But we're just going to throw the springs on this thing down through here. And I'm going to help him because he has problems with the keepers. So he'll be the squisher. I'll be the keeper. It's kind of like the Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. I am the key master. Are you the gatekeeper? Sorry. Okay, let's get this done. And just like that, the head is officially assembled. We are going to head out to the assembly room now with these heads. And we're going to bolt them on! Yay! So, Zach's going to put his final head on. It's time. Come on, Zach. Everyone's waiting.
Sure they are.
Come on, Zach. Pick up that big block head. Hold on, let me get over here. I want to see it. It's like blowing the candles out on a birthday cake.
Nice looking.
Oh, it's crooked though. Hold the camera sideways. Okay, so now we are going to start putting all the bolts together. So here's all the bolts. You know, ARP stainless.
Nothing. Sorry about that. Nothing but the best for Zach's motor. Well, you know that, right?
And your battery's about to be exhausting.
Yes. So anyways, I'm going to change the battery, set it up, and get the bolts in.
Officially Dyno time.
This, I think it's officially Dyno time too.
Again.
First time right here, going on the dyno.
Yep, first time. Do I gotta turn any of these on or no? These switches here.
Yeah, water pump and fuel pump.
I was when you started this video. Yeah, still here, not knowing what to do with my hands. If you guys made it to the end, thank you for watching through. This is an amazing motor. Engine. Okay. Now, I know you just saw the last clip of it. I think it was like It showed like 630 at 5,500 or whatever like that. The motor does turn up a lot more than that, and it makes more horsepower than that. But, you know, we got to keep some secrets to ourselves. Okay? You can't get all the numbers. I'm just sorry. Because if we race you, it's probably ain't going to happen. But if we did, we can't give away our trade secrets. But let's just say when he converted it over to fuel injection, this was on carburetor you saw. We actually have another 13 hours of footage of him swapping it over to EFI, which really is not great footage because it's just not. But let's just say she made a little more horsepower when she went on to fuel injection, okay? It ought to easily melt the tires off the old Rustmobile. That's what I got to say about that. But, again, thank you guys for watching. Next week, I hope we have something for you. It just needs to cool down. I hope. God, I'm about melting in the shop couch. Okay? Again, thank you all. I know this video's been different, but you guys have a great week.